Hi, I'm Big Vash, aka Triqqerhappy77 on Instagram, and today I'm going to be ranting about War for Cybertron, Astrotrain.
I declare this to be Astrotrain headquarters.
So I'm going to be talking about War for Cybertron, Astrotrain, but can you hear the TV in the background? It's always playing Transformers, G1 only, because that's how I do. So Astrotrain is one of my favorite characters from the G1 cartoon. When I was growing up, I never got the toy, so I'm really happy to have it now. He's really cool. He is a triple changer, Decepticon, one of the bad guys, and he can turn into a space shuttle, or a locomotive. Now, the really cool thing about Astrotrain is that when he turns into a space shuttle, he's big enough that like all the Decepticons can fit inside of him, which is awesome. So he's kind of like their transport, but when he's in robot mode, he's the same size as all the other Decepticons.
These fools worship Transformers. If I claim to be their supreme god, they will bow to the Decepticons.
Which, I don't know, I guess like now a lot of people say that doesn't make sense, but back in the day, back in the 80s when this cartoon first came out, and you saw him transform and turn into a giant shuttle and everybody got inside, it was like, oh, that's so cool. They can all fit inside him. We never really worried about where all that size came from. But anyway, so now they have the toy. And again, War for Cybertron is killing it with the toys. I think they're doing a great job of making it a lot like the cartoon from the 80s and not so much the toys from the 80s. Because those, listen, as far as my opinion is, the toys that I grew up on sucked compared to what we're getting today. These really look just the way they did in the cartoon, and it's so awesome. Now, the guy does transform into a space shuttle. We're going to do that real quick. And this is his first mode, space shuttle, which for the most part, it looks a lot like the cartoon did, which is awesome. Like when in Transformers the movie, when he's like, jettison some weight or I'll never make it to Cybertron.
Jettison some weight or I'll never make it to Cybertron.
That was awesome. I don't care for this empty hollow part here. I feel like this should have been covered with something. It just looks unfinished. Maybe they'll fix that in like I don't know, maybe they'll make like an upgrade or a version 2.0 or something where that's covered, because it just kind of looks like if this was a space shuttle and somebody was walking through that part, they would just float out into space. So that's a little weird. But other than that, I do like this a lot. It's a lot better than the Titans Return Astrotrain. That thing was just, it's not that it was sloppy, it was too big, and it just didn't really look like a space shuttle. It looked more like a Cybertronian ship. And I didn't care for that. This is what I was going for. Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be? Look at that. I didn't even finish transforming this thing. Good heavens. There we go. That actually looks even better now. Still not perfect. But yeah, so this is the shuttle. And overall, even though it has some flaws, I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. Then, it also turns into a locomotive. Let's do that. And there you have the locomotive. And it does look like an old-timey locomotive like it's supposed to, so I'm not mad at it. I'm definitely not mad at it. And this is just like also in Transformers the movie when Starscream says, Astrotrain, transform and get us out of here.
Astrotrain, transform and get us out of here.
And he turns into a train. And they all get inside.
Astrotrain, take off.
And he leaves Autobot City. The thing about Astrotrain also, though, is he's always been kind of a badass.
Quiet, Starscream. I've got a coronation to attend.
There was the episode called The God Gambit, where he, Thrust, and Starscream went to another planet. And you would think that because Starscream is second in command, he would have taken over, or he would have been the leader. He would have made himself the god of that planet. But for some reason, Astrotrain made himself the god and was ordering Starscream and Thrust around like he was their leader.
I am Astrotrain, mightiest of all the gods. Fall down and worship your new master, worms.
At the end of the day, I'm kind of like, Astrotrain's a bit of a badass.
No, I am in control here.
You gotta watch out for Astrotrain. He seems like he would take over the Decepticons almost as easily as Starscream would. And there you have it. War for Cybertron, Astrotrain. This guy's a great figure. But if you get the chance, I say pick it up.
Can't have the energy crystals? No one will.